When he went to perform at Folsom Prison in 1968, the executives at his record company thought he was crazy. A concert for inmates? This will be the end of your career, they said. But Johnny insisted, because he knew he felt just like them, outcast, judged, rejected by society. That concert didn't just make a live recording, it reborn Johnny Cash. Folsom Prison Blues became a worldwide hit, and the outlaw country movement began. This is the story of how empathy transformed ages. The story of starting with poverty and earning millions of dollars. The story of overcoming drug addiction and finding love. So how did that little farm boy become the man in black? How did he start the music revolution at Sun Records with Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins? And that legendary love story with June Carter. How they wrote Ring of Fire together, then fell in love and ended their marriages. How Johnny almost lost everything because of his drug addiction. In this story, you'll learn how losing his older brother at a young age changed him, the years he spent in the Air Force, why Sam Phillips gave him a chance, the real story behind I Walk the Line, also those dark periods, how he almost lost June because of his drug addiction, the moments when his career was about to end, and of course, those legendary prison concerts. How he made history performing in front of thousands of inmates at Folsom and San Quentin. And the story doesn't end here. Today, when everyone thought Johnny Cash was finished in the 90s, his work with Rick Rubin, that very emotional cover of 9 Inch Nails hurt. Grammy Awards, new fans. This isn't just a musician's story. This is the story of never giving up, charting your own path, and always trying to be a better person. This is the story of how you can turn your pain into your art, how you can learn from your mistakes. Are you ready for the story behind Johnny Cash's deep, dark voice? Because this story will affect not only music lovers, but everyone who faces difficulties in life. John Ray Cash was born on February 26, 1932, in Kingsland, Arkansas. America was in the middle of the Great Depression, and the Cash family was among the poor farmers trying to survive. While his father, Ray Cash, was producing cotton, his mother, Carrie Rivers Cash, was taking care of 7 children. Johnny was the 3rd child in the family, but his closest relationship was with his older brother, Jack Cash. Jack was only 2 years older than Johnny, and there was a special bond between them. They would pick cotton together, play together, and dream together. Jack was my best friend, Johnny would say years later. He was smarter than me, had a better heart. He wanted to be a pastor. In 1944, the family moved to a farm colony in Dyess, Arkansas. This was part of Roosevelt's New Deal program, providing land and homes to poor families. It was a new beginning for the Cash family. In Dyess, Johnny heard radio for the first time. Songs by the Carter family, Jimmy Rogers, and Hank Williams played in their home. This music awakened something in little Johnny's heart. Those voices touched my soul, he would say. Country music was our story, the story of poor people, working people. When Johnny was 12, a terrible event occurred in his life. His brother Jack was working at a local sawmill to earn money for school. On May 12, 1944, the saw blade cut into Jack's stomach, severely injuring him. Jack died in the hospital after suffering for a week. Johnny blamed himself for Jack's death. They had planned to go fishing together that day, but Johnny decided to do something else. I wish I had gone with him, he constantly thought. Jack's death deeply changed Johnny. He became withdrawn and clung more to music. He took his mother's old guitar and began singing. After graduating from high school in 1950, Johnny couldn't attend university due to economic hardships. Instead, he joined the Air Force. He served in Germany for 4 years. And during this time, he began seriously pursuing music. In Germany, he wrote his first serious song, Folsom Prison Blues. He drew inspiration for the song from Gordon Jenkins' Crescent City Blues, but the lyrics were entirely his own. It told of a man in prison regretting his actions. "When I wrote that song, I had never been in prison," he would say, "but there were many times I felt imprisoned." In 1954, he completed his military service and moved to Memphis, Tennessee. Here, he married Vivian Liberto, a woman he had met through letters while in the military. Johnny worked various jobs: appliance salesman, car salesman, but his mind was always on music. In 1955, Johnny boldly knocked on the door of Sam Phillips's Sun Records studio. Phillips was the legendary producer who had discovered Elvis Presley. Johnny wanted to give him his demo tape. "I want to sing gospel songs," Johnny told Phillips. "Gospel songs don't sell, son," Phillips said. "Do you have anything else?" Johnny took his guitar. Phillips suggested Johnny form a group. Johnny formed the Tennessee Two with bass guitarist Marshall Grant and guitarist Luther Perkins. In 1955, their first single was released. "Hey Porter, Cry, Cry, Cry." The song became a regional hit. The same studio. On December 4th, 1956, a spontaneous jam session took place that would go down in history as the $1 Million Quartet. Carl Perkins was in the studio. Jerry Lee Lewis was sitting at the piano playing. Elvis stopped by, and Johnny came too. The four musicians played gospel and country songs together. This session became one of the most important moments in rock and roll history. "That day was magic," Johnny would say. "Four musicians with different styles, but the same spirit." That day shaped the future of music. In 1956, Johnny wrote one of the most important songs of his career, "I Walk the Line." The song expressed his loyalty to his marriage. It was a love song he wrote for Vivian. The song's unique melody was Johnny's own invention. With a rare tempo change and Johnny's characteristic boom chicka boom rhythm, it started a new movement in country music. "I Walk the Line" became a big hit. It stayed at #1 on country charts for 17 weeks and reached second place on the general music charts. Johnny Cash was now a national star. With success came problems. Tours increased, time away from home extended. His relationship with Vivian began to strain. Johnny was tired and stressed, constantly on the road. In 1961, June Carter entered his life. June came from the famous Carter family, country music royalty. She was doing backup vocals in Johnny's shows. When they first met, both were married. Johnny had 4 daughters with Vivian. June was also married to Carl Smith and had a daughter. But there was an undeniable attraction between them. June and Johnny began performing "It Ain't Me, Babe" together. Their chemistry on stage was very obvious. Audiences could see their love for each other. In the mid-1960s, a dark period began in Johnny's life. To cope with tour fatigue and personal problems, he began using drugs, amphetamines and barbiturates. These drugs gave him energy, then calmed him down. But over time, he became addicted. His behavior began to become erratic. He would stumble on stage during concerts, sometimes forgetting the lyrics to songs. Vivian was concerned about the situation. She saw Johnny changing but didn't know how to intervene. Marriages strained, arguments increased. June also saw Johnny's condition. She had begun to love him, but seeing him in this state was painful. In 1963, June Carter and Johnny Cash together wrote one of music history's greatest love songs, Ring of Fire. Described her love for Johnny. Both were married, but they felt an irresistible attraction to each other. And June's personal dramas even more complicated. In 1966, Johnny and Vivian divorced. The divorce case made big news in the media. Vivian claimed that Johnny used drugs and had an affair with June Carter. During this process, Johnny lost almost everything. His home, custody of his children, his reputation, his drug use had reached its peak. In 1967, June also divorced. Now they could be together with Johnny, but Johnny's condition was very bad. June gave him an ultimatum: either drugs or me, Johnny. I can't handle both. That night, Johnny made the hardest decision of his life. He couldn't risk losing June. He decided to quit drugs. In 1968, Johnny had a crazy idea in mind. He wanted to give a live concert at Folsom Prison. The executives at Columbia Records opposed this idea. "This is crazy, Johnny," they said. "Giving a concert to inmates will be the end of your career. Who would buy such an album?" But Johnny insisted. He empathized with the inmates. He also felt outcast, judged. On January 13, 1968, he gave 2 concerts at Folsom Prison. There were about 2,000 inmates. Johnny took the stage in his Man in Black costume.
Hello, I'm Johnny
Hello,
Cash.
I'm Johnny Cash, he began his concert. The inmates went wild. When he sang Folsom Prison Blues at the line, "I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die," the inmates jumped up and screamed. That concert reborn Johnny Cash. The album, At Folsom Prison, became one of the most important live albums in music history. In 1968, Johnny and June got married. The wedding was held at Johnny's ranch, and this marriage became one of the greatest love stories in the music world. June put Johnny's life in order. She helped him stay clean, got his career back on track. They performed wonderful duets together. In 1969, they gave another concert at San Quentin Prison. This concert also became an album and achieved great success. In 1970, their own television program started, The Johnny Cash Show. The program lasted 2 years and introduced Johnny to wider audiences. Johnny constantly received questions about why he always wore black. In 1971, he answered this question by writing the song, Man in Black. In the song, he said, "I wear the black for the poor and the beaten down." This showed Johnny's belief in social justice. He was not just a musician. He was also beginning to become an activist. He opposed the Vietnam War, defended the rights of Native Americans, criticized conditions in prisons. In the 1980s, Johnny's career went into decline. The new generation of country music was more pop-oriented, and Johnny's style was considered old-fashioned. His albums weren't selling as well as before. His songs weren't playing on radios. He was aging, and the music industry was beginning to forget him. It was as if they were acting like I never existed, he would say about this period. In 1994, producer Rick Rubin approached Johnny. Rubin was young, from the hip-hop and rock music world. His wanting to work with Johnny Cash surprised everyone. "There's something timeless about Johnny," Rubin said. "That voice, that presence. This never gets lost." Rubin made a simple suggestion to Johnny. Record whatever songs he wanted with just his guitar and voice. Old songs, new songs, covers. The first album, American Recordings, was released in 1994. This album gave Johnny's career a second breath. The young generation discovered him. In 2002, Johnny covered 9 Inch Nails' song, Hurt. This song became the final masterpiece of his life. The song's music video was like a summary of Johnny's life. Old, sick, but still that powerful presence. Next to June, looking at his past. The video was very impressive. It was chosen as Video of the Year at the MTV Video Music Awards. Johnny won a Grammy again at age 70. On May 15, 2003, June Carter Cash died. Johnny was devastated. "I lost the love of my life," he said. Just 4 months after June's death, on September 12, 2003, Johnny Cash also died. He was 71 years old. Johnny's legacy will live forever in the music world. He will be remembered as the man in black, but also as a man who charted his own path, never gave up, and learned from his mistakes. His story is one that spans from cotton fields to the world stage, from poverty to wealth, from addiction to recovery, from a culture of hate to love. Johnny Cash wasn't just a musician. He was a philosophy, a way of life. He was the voice of the oppressed, the hope of the outcasts. "Success is having to worry about every damn thing in the world except money," he had said. So, what prison walls are you ready to break down in your own life? Are you ready, like Johnny, to chart your own path, not to be afraid of being different? Johnny Cash's story shows that no matter what cards life deals you, how you play them is in your hands. And sometimes your darkest moments can become the foundation of your brightest successes. From a poor farm boy who picked cotton to the man in black who conquered the world, Johnny Cash proved that authenticity, perseverance, and the courage to be different can overcome any obstacle. His deep voice may have fallen silent, but his message continues to resonate. Walk your own line, fight for what's right, and never let anyone tell you who you should be. What's your story going to be?
Try right. Love is a burning thing. Someone to open each and every door. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel I would find a way.